Following the success of 2009's Star Trek, expectations were high for its sequel, Star Trek Into Darkness. Directed by J.J. Abrams, what we got was a retread of one of, if not the best, Star Trek movie, Wrath of Khan. And it was not good. Handmade lens flare not getting the original choice for the main villain, an inspiration that never panned out, and deleted scenes only being available on a specific device. Here are 5 facts about Star Trek Into Darkness that you probably didn't know. Let's get into it. Ask any Star Trek fan what they remember most about the Kelvin films, and there's a good chance that they'll mention the lens flare before they mention the plot. The amount of lens flare in Star Trek 2009 became a joke during production, and an even bigger one once audiences actually saw the film. And Into Darkness, Abrams took it to another level. In behind-the-scenes footage, you can clearly see Abrams shining flashlights towards the camera lens to create additional flares beyond what the equipment naturally produced. J.J. Abrams was essentially taking the infamous Saturday Night Live cowbell sketch approach to lens flare.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Except literally no one was asking for it. What I miss about physical media, like DVDs and Blu-rays in particular, I miss the extras you'd get. Behind the scenes, interviews, trailers, commentaries. But most of all, I miss deleted scenes. And when a movie is missing key moments of character development, such as, Kirk seeing Admiral Pike get shot, or why Carol Marcus has an English accent but an American father, which is actually a really simple explanation.
All right?
No, that's real. My father was stationed in London when I was born, and my mother raised me there.
Deleted scenes can fill in the gaps and show what could have been. It does help, though, if those scenes were available in a normal way, which is not what happened with Into Darkness. Now, extras normally are bundled together on a home release. These were scattered across different platforms. The director's commentary, for example, was only available via iTunes purchases, and the deleted scenes only available through Xbox's Smart Glass system. So to get those extra features, you had to purchase the movie through Xbox, and then the content was available through the Smart Glass app, unlocking those bonus materials. And that's a feature that no longer exists, therefore forcing users who had those bonus materials previously to purchase another format to get them back. And nothing screams irony more than having a media franchise that's set in a post-scarcity society where capitalism is dead, and then forcing fans of said series to spend more money to get things they've already bought.
10th rule of acquisition is greed is eternal.
Star Trek Into Darkness was released in May 2013, and that was quite a year for films. As well as Into Darkness, there was Iron Man 3, Hunger Games Catching Fire, Man of Steel, and the third movie in what was known as the Cornetto trilogy, The World's End, which starred Simon Pegg and was directed by Edgar Wright. In April 2013, Wright revealed that he had also directed one shot in another summer movie. And since Wright was attached to direct Ant-Man at the time, many assumed he was talking about Iron Man 3. However, on May 9th, 2013, he went on to reveal that he had directed a single shot in Into Darkness, that being a shot during the fight on Kronos. Which shot it is hasn't been confirmed, but I imagine it was probably this one.
Lieutenant.
Thanks, Captain.
Or maybe this one.
Scotty, where are you?
3.
You copy, Scotty, please!
2. Sorry about this. Now what?
Mr. Scott, open the door.
Open the door!
Mr. Scott, now.
Yar.
And I said earlier, Into Darkness is essentially a remake of The Wrath of Khan, with Benedict Cumberbatch in the role of Khan. Now, there were real efforts to try and keep Cumberbatch's character secret, giving him the name John Harrison to try and throw fans off the scent, an effort that ultimately failed. There were plenty of criticisms for Cumberbatch being cast, but mainly going from this.
In addition to yourself, you hand over to me all data and material regarding the project called Genesis.
To this.
Genetically engineered to be superior so as to lead others to peace in a world at war.
We went from spices to mayonnaise. However, this could have all been very different because before Benedict Cumberbatch was cast, Benicio del Toro was approached for the role. Del Toro entered negotiations but ultimately passed on the project due to scheduling conflicts and disagreements about the salary.
We're in Rome. I am not in Rome, Doc. I am in a rush.
Now, if you've watched my 5 Things video on Insurrection, I talked about the original pitch for that film being Heart of Darkness in space. Well, if the first time you try to make it you fail, try again! And fail again. Long before Khan entered the story, the writers of Into Darkness were discussing an adaptation of Heart of Darkness set in the Star Trek universe. Now, for those who don't know, Heart of Darkness is a story about a man traveling into dangerous territory to confront someone who has abandoned civilization and become corrupted by power. Now, traces of that idea remain in John Harrison's Khan, operating beyond Federation space, while Starfleet, in particular Admiral Marcus, becomes morally compromised pursuing him. This is probably why the title is Into Darkness rather than something Khan related. So there you have it. 5 facts about Star Trek Into Darkness. Get into the comments and tell me what you thought of this film when you first saw it. And tell me a fact about Into Darkness that I missed. I do try and read and reply to every comment, so I look forward to seeing what you have to say. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, you can check out the rest of my 5 Things series here. And if you want to support the channel, the best way you can do this is to like this video and hit the subscribe button. I'm working towards 2,000 subscribers and I'd love to have you on board. Thanks for watching.